Right, so now you're logged in, you're in Google. We can see that we are logged in here. There's my account. This is kind of the home screen, and this is where, since you've logged into Google, you've actually logged into all of its features. So Google's a massive company, massive organisation, and they own things like Hangouts, YouTube, Google Docs, Google Slides. Now that we're logged into this account, we're actually logged into them all. So for example, if you go to YouTube and you want to comment on a video, you will appear as your with your username that you use for this college, or whichever institution you are using. So if I click on these 9 squares, this grid or a waffle, you can see that you've got different tools. Yours might be slightly different, what's in here, depending on your administrative privileges, but really what I want to show you first is this area here. Now this is Google Drive. Now what Google Drive is, if you're familiar with kind of Dropbox or any maybe Office 365 that are online, what Google Drive is, I would suggest for kind of our use, is what you would replace your local desktop or your local network drive with. So by default you get 15 gigabytes of storage. You can pay for more, or we can pay for more, but 15 gigabytes should be enough, because all you're going to be storing in there are resources, text documents, presentations, for example. If you're going to be storing videos, you're probably going to put that on YouTube. You can do that unlisted so no one else can see it, or you can do it listed so the world can see it. So you're actually not going to use your storage, you're not going to use your Google Drive for videos necessarily. So if I click on Google Drive, you can see in here that mine looks a little bit different than yours, probably because if you're a new user, you won't have anything in there. But up here we've got a grid view, or I prefer the list view. And what you can do in this area, these what I'm hovering my mouse over, these are the most recent documents that I've been using. So it's a nice little feature. You can go on options and turn that off. But you can right click down here and you can either create things from the right click, or you can press this big new button here. So you can create folders, or Google Docs, which is the equivalent of Microsoft Word, Google Sheets, which is the equivalent of Microsoft Excel, Google Slides, which is the equivalent of Microsoft PowerPoint, which we'll talk about these in a future video. But you can also see down here there's a folder called Classroom. Now this folder is automatically created by Google Classroom if you use that as a resource, and it structures, anytime you create an assignment or an assessment or a unit or whatever it may be, it automatically creates a folder, so all of your files are neatly stored. Now the only reason that I would recommend ever go into these substructures, these folders, is say for example you get an EV visit, and they need access to a certain assignment. You can just share that folder with the EV, and so they don't have to have access to anything else really. And if I go into the folder, if I went into a folder, you'd see that each, which I don't want to do because it's got student names, but each document is named whatever the assignment title I created it, but it prefixes it with the student's name, so it's all organised. Honestly, this is a software that I've been waiting for my entire teaching career. It's so slick, it's incredible. So that's enough about Google Drive, I'd say. The next thing I'm going to look at is diving into Google Classroom. So that is, for me, it's just down here.